Pop poet, dreamer and Barbican stage doorkeeper JulianFox continues his somewhat alternative guide to architecture now on BBC Radio 4 in episode 2 of JulianFox ConcretePoetry.
Last week, I stumbled upon Parkview House, one of 2 tower blocks in Herne Hill. For this episode, I used a trip to Lancaster University to look at campus architecture. I turned 35 this week. I'm trying to be a bit more grown up about things. I'm not a child anymore. This is the coach that I went on to see the Queen drive through Clapham. The year is 1977 and it's a silver jubilee. We all sat on grey blankets and waited to catch a glimpse of Elizabeth and Philip. A strange thing to do, I admit it, but I was doing what I was told to do. We all had a packed lunch and ate it together. Sandwiches made with cheese, jam or peanut butter, with a carton of juice and a biscuit or 2 or 3. Here I am in my grey shorts and tie. I'm 7 years old, but I want to be older, though I'm happy to have no homework tonight. Just been reading a few pages of my book. I haven't read it in quite a few days. It's talking about skyscrapers. Lakeshore Drive in Chicago, designed by Mies van der Rohe. I'd love to live there. Actually, on the train up to work yesterday, I noticed the tower blocks found by Loughborough Junction. I started to feel like they're not just ugly things, that they're sort of part of a historical framework. Although, if I was writing a book, I'm not totally sure how I'll describe them. A square grid, faced with precast exposed units, externally set back from the freestanding columns. The structure, L-shaped in plan, provides for maximum flexibility. Load-bearing brickwork supports sawn, board-marked concrete beams. Radiant heating is in a perimeter grille. Steel lattice beams achieve a larger span. I'm off to Lancaster University on Sunday. I'm quite excited. I'm going there to perform a show that I made all about Gatwick Airport. I booked my train ticket today, going up first class, and it cost £10 more. Flatmates around at home, watching TV. I've come down the road to the cafe. Architecturally, it feels quite old. I think it's still got a few of its original features. Service a bit slow though. He was around all day yesterday as well. I mean, he's normally at work during the day. I don't know what's going on. I mean, the daytime's my time in the flat. I only do evening shifts, so he has it then. He can't be there all the time. I'm doing an early shift at the stage door today. They're putting in a whole new entrance here. They put up hoardings all around the building work. It's blocked out all the natural daylight. I used to be able to look up at the street and see a bit of sky. Sometimes my colleagues would ring from downstairs and ask what the weather was doing. I've been looking at the Lancaster University website, and, well, it's on the edge of the town and was built in the 1960s. Actually, there was a really interesting essay all about its history, and it described the place as a New Jerusalem. I looked at some other sites and found out it's also got one of the highest suicide rates in the country. Sounds quite interesting. Just finished. I'm in a cafe in Smithfields. Quite posh. I've got a cup of Earl Grey tea and a lemon tart. Could have gone home, I guess. Had tea there. But I don't know. He just seems to be around so much at the moment. I've just been flicking through this brochure I picked up at work. And Bill Frisell's playing tomorrow. I really like him. But I've already planned my night in for tomorrow. It's the only night I know he'll definitely not be there. He's got his Spanish class. I can cook a proper meal and not have the TV on. I would really like to see Bill though. No, I'm not going. I mean, if I don't have my night in tomorrow night, then I won't have one for another week. I ring home, see if he answers. I mean, if he's out, then I could have my night in tonight. He answered. Had to pretend that I needed something videoed. I'm at Lancaster University, in the main square. It said on the internet that this campus was modelled to look like an Italian hillside. I think that they mean Nuovi Collegi in Urbino. I read about it in my book. There's a whole section about campus buildings from the 50s and 60s and how they represented our aspirations and hopes as a society. I guess it does feel good to be entering a sort of architectural discourse. I mean, before I wouldn't have thought much about these buildings. I don't know if it feels that depressing here. Maybe a bit. And I was expecting something far worse. And they've got a charity shop here. It's packed full of books. No architecture stuff, but an enormous amount of microwave cookery ones. Bought two. They're only £1 each. This one's Microwave Entertaining by Marie Emerson. And there's this one, Wonderful Microwave Cooking by Jyoti Nikunj Parekh. I'm staying in one of the postgraduate halls of residence. I think this building is more recent than some of the others. Probably early 90s. You know, it's quite cosy. It's got a desk, bed, and a cupboard. Form following function. There are a few nice touches, a kettle. And actually, well, they've put in strip lighting, which I'm not sure works for a bedroom. Being here reminds me of when I was a student a bit. Over 10 years ago now. I went to the art school in Norwich. It was the first time I'd lived outside of London. In my first year, I kept running back nearly every weekend. I missed the anonymity of a big city, I think, and I thought about leaving, but I started making new friends, and actually by the end of the third year, I quite liked it. Didn't want to come back. Clad with pre-glazed, glass-reinforced flint-lime bricks. Future extensions will have external skins retaining similar expressions. Glazed in bronze glass with a subframe of steel. A rectangular podium gives informal comfort. The service core units make everything possible. Well, I'm home. He's not around. I thought that's odd. But of course, I remembered, it's Tuesday. He's got Spanish. He's left the heating on though, and the lights. Anyway, he'll be back soon. It's nearly 10:30 already. Usually gets a 10:52 from Victoria. It's my birthday. funny. Everyone talks about turning 30 as a big thing, but I didn't mind it. But 35? That just feels really scary. Well, a few of my colleagues have remembered. Flatmate was still in bed when I got up. He didn't leave me anything. Well, I'm going for drinks tonight just up the road. It's to a bar that I sometimes go to when I miss the train. I hope people turn up. I sent an email round. Tuesday, Farringdon, 5:20. And I'm in St John's Bar and Bakery. Just finished work, missed the Thames Link again. Came here for a drink and to get out of the rain. Yes, I really like this place a lot. The white walls and wooden tables create a smart environment to sit here with half a lager. Sometimes with a book or a newspaper. I look at my watch and in 5 minutes' time I will have to leave this place. I will try to get back to Herne Hill on the Thames Link train. But I know that soon I'll be back here again. Because yes, I really like this place a lot. The white walls and wooden tables create a smart environment to sit here with half a lager. Sometimes with a book or a newspaper. La 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 I had a really nice time last night. Actually, I got there about 5:30 and just sat there on my own. I'd forgotten to bring my book with me. Then my mum phoned, and then people started arriving, more than I expected. Got a CD, book, 2 mugs. Actually, one of them you design it yourself with the paints provided. I don't know what I'm going to draw on it. When I got home, flatmate was still up. He bought me a Nigel Slater cookbook. I was totally surprised. We started chatting a bit. It was really nice. I asked him if he's okay. Well, he told me that he'd quit his job. He had a row with one of the customers, walked out. I knew something had happened. I think I sounded sympathetic. Still, I might go out and get some croissants. Haven't had breakfast yet. I think I'll get him a pain au chocolat. He likes those. Lancaster University lies 3.5 miles south of the city. It was designed by Peter Shepherd and Charles Epstein and opened in 1968. The buildings, according to Epstein, would fulfill a fruit salad of functions. Its motto, Palet Omnibus Veritas, means truth lies open to all.
JulianFox ConcretePoetry was produced by Seb Barwell at Angel Eye for BBC Radio 4. It was written and performed by Julian Fox.